Are you thinking about eating more plant-based food, or have you already started? I've been eating this way for around a year now, and I wanted to share 5 things that I think you must do when you start eating this way. These are things that I didn't think about when I started, and I think it would have made my life a lot easier if I'd known about them when I started. Plus, in the background of the video, I'll be making these delicious, smoky, high-protein kebabs, and I'll put the recipe in the description. To kick things off, I believe you need to eat more food, and that's because plant-based foods are naturally low in calories. This means you should be eating a higher volume of food to get the same number of calories you would if you weren't eating plant-based. So for example, 100 grams of tofu contains about 76 calories, whereas chicken breast contains 165 calories in 100 grams, which is more than double the calories. If you don't eat enough, you're likely to lose weight, you may have low energy. Of course, for some people that's going to be a good thing, be able to lose some weight. But if you're like me and you want to maintain your weight or even build a bit of muscle, doing weightlifting and that sort of thing, then you're going to want to eat more volume. That's one of the great things about eating plant-based. It's very difficult to overeat, as most of the foods are fairly low calorie, unless you eat a lot of the highly processed foods like fake chicken or burgers, which I will indulge in every now and again as a little bit of a treat. This moves me on to my next point, and that is that you should focus more on vegan fat sources such as seeds, nuts, olive oil and avocado. So the reason I think you should focus on fats is that plant-based foods are naturally low in fat, so you can afford to incorporate lots of the healthy ones. I always take nuts with me to work to snack on. I also cook with lots of extra virgin olive oil. You can sprinkle seeds on your porridge or cereal. I also like to toast nuts and seeds and put them on like chili or bolognese, that sort of thing. So yeah, eating healthy fats is really important for the absorption of vitamins and minerals, but also your hormonal health. So that's why I think you should really focus on the healthy fats when you start eating plant-based. Before I go on to my next point, let me know in the comments any experiences you've had when starting to introduce more plant-based foods into your diets, any tips or tricks that you might have for others, and we can share the knowledge around. So the next thing I believe you must do when you start eating a plant-based diet is to ease in to eating legumes. And that is because the plant-based diet tends to include a lot of beans and lentils, but these all contain a lot of fiber and other compounds which can be hard to digest for some. I would suggest slowly incorporating them into your diet. For example, if you're currently eating 1 portion of beans a week, for the next couple of weeks you could have 2 portions, and then the next couple of weeks after that you could have 3 portions. So I wouldn't go from eating literally no beans or lentils to eating like 2 or 3 portions a day, because that is not going to make your stomach happy. So yeah, just monitor how you're feeling and don't rush into trying to get lots of lentils, beans, vegetables into your diet. The next thing I think you should do is veganize your old favorites. So when you go vegan, you'll probably be wondering what to cook. So firstly, you can subscribe to this channel, as I'll be posting lots of great recipes in the future. But I think a good way to start is to make your favorite meals that you were eating before you went vegan and make them plant-based. So a couple of my favorites were bolognese and chili con carne when I was eating meat. Both are really easy to make plant-based. So bolognese, you can use red lentils and then use the same ingredients like onion, tomato puree, red wine to create that rich sauce. I also loved chili, which you can easily make with beans and lentils and use the same sort of spices like cumin, paprika, coriander, and make a delicious meal. The final thing I think you should do is stock up on all the essential pantry ingredients for cooking a plant-based diet. I'll do a video soon where I show off my favorites. But to start off, you want things like whole grains, beans, lentils. You can get pre-cooked and dried, so if you want a quick dinner, you can just grab a can of pre-cooked beans or lentils and you're good to go. Things like spices, dried herbs, they're great for boosting the flavour of your dishes. Also a good vegan vegetable stock powder is really useful. In terms of your main protein sources like tofu and tempeh, you can easily freeze these, and if anything they'll actually improve in texture. By having a well-stocked pantry, you'll always be able to whip up a quick meal using just store-covered ingredients. For example, lentil bolognese pretty much uses only dry ingredients like lentils, spaghetti, canned chopped tomatoes, red wine. You could even swap the fresh garlic and onion for a garlic and onion powder if you wanted a really quick lentil bolognese. So there are 5 things I think you must do when you start eating a plant-based diet. Be sure to give the kebab recipe a go. I've just made a little lemony minty yogurt to go with them and then serve them on flatbread. Recipe will be in the description, and please do share this video with any friends you have who are thinking about eating more plant-based food, and I'll see you in a new video very soon. Bye bye.